it mean?
What?
What do it mean?
You are
Katie,
the fourth proposition speaker.
Yeah?
Katie, rename yourself, please.
I'm the first. Stella's the second. Rio's the third, and then yours the fourth. That's all.
Okay. Huh?
Okay, that's fair enough.
What do you mean? Makes me feel like very surprised.
Okay, just another minute or two, guys, and then we will get started. It looks like we're still missing 2 people. So we've got Rio, Stella, Amy and John. Got Andrew and
Teacher, Kevin won't be speaking today because he had gone to school, and I will be the second and the third speaker.
okay, so you're taking 2 roles. So then we've got Katie and so we've got Katie and we've got Andrew for the opposition team. Tom and Kevin are not here.
That's fine.
I think Tom will be here soon.
Tom will be here soon. Okay, good. All right then.
But if he doesn't attend, I will speak.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll be back shortly, guys.
Amy, why is your name the proposition? The proposition, not the position.
Spelling mistake.
Sorry.
Yeah, some mistakes. Some mistake made when you have too much work to be done, eh? And I see you're blowing balloon. Teacher Michael.
Are you blowing balloons up, Amy?
Are you serious, Teacher Michael?
Am I serious about what?
About speaking the first and the fourth speaker. Tom's here.
Tom's here.
You
Okay.
laughed that I couldn't blow the balloon.
Okay. Welcome, Tom.
No, teacher. Tom is here, Andrew.
Good Lord. Team, basically. All right. So let me Well, I've got a lot of debate scorecards in here. Okay, so I'll be the judge and moderator for this debate. Give me a moment to get my scorecards done up. And then we'll begin.
I'm still laughing. All righty. So let's begin. I'll read out the rules and make my introduction, and then we'll begin with the first proposition speaker. Okay, so hello, welcome to debates, round 3. Today's topic, we are going to be debating, has social media done more bad than good for society? Arguing for the proposition, saying that social media has done more bad than good, we have the team of Rio, Stella, John, and Amy. And arguing for the opposition, saying that social media has done more good than bad, we have the team of Tom, Andrew, and Katie. I'll now read out the debate rules. Rule number 1. 2 teams of equal size will debate on opposite sides of today's topic. The proposition will agree with the topic and argue for it, and the opposition will disagree and argue against it. Number 2, there is a moderator who will help to control the proceedings of the debate today. If you have any questions about the debate, please direct your questions to the moderator, which is myself. Rule number 3. Each team will be given equal time to deliver their arguments, rebuttals, and any other information they wish to enter into the debate. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes and 30 seconds to deliver their arguments. When the speaker has 1 minute left, the moderator will alert the speaker. If the current speaker goes over their allowed time by more than 30 seconds, they will be made to stop speaking regardless of how much of their speech they have left to deliver. Rule number 4. Each speaker will take turns according to the order decided by the teams before the debate, beginning with the proposition team's first speaker. Once the first proposition speaker has delivered their arguments, each following speaker will have an opportunity to rebut the previous speaker's arguments in an attempt to weaken their case. Number 6, the proposition must not offer any arguments that do not support the motion of the debate. Likewise, the opposition must not offer any arguments that supports the motion, regardless of the debater's personal feelings towards the topic. Number 7, if a speaker makes a statement or an argument, they must have evidence to support their claims. Rule number 8, any evidence presented by debaters must be both honest and accurate. Number 9, speakers may not introduce new arguments during a rebuttal. They may only attempt to refute the arguments presented by the opposing team. And rule number 10, if a debater notices that one of the rules has been broken, they are invited to interrupt the current speaker by raising their hand to declare a point of order. Examples include the current speaker talking over their allowed time, or that no evidence has been presented to support an argument. Do you all understand these rules as they've been read to you?
Yeah, you read us that rule 3 times. This is the 3rd time already.
Yeah.
I know, but procedure dictates that I must still ask if you understand them. Okay. I now invite the proposition team's first speaker to make their arguments.
I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2,
I'm ready.
1, go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges and respectful opponents, I stand before you today as the first speaker of the proposition team to affirm the motion that is social media more harmful than beneficial to society. So without further more to say, I'll begin my argument. When grown-ups use the social media, they know how to use it properly and safely. But when children use it, they may be bullied or their information leaked out and then their account will be hacked. According to Help Guide, about 10% of teens report being bullied on social media. And even more claim they have been a recipient of offensive remarks. Being on the receiving end can lead to lower self-esteem and self-images. And according to Pros and Cons, Pew Research Center found that 59% of American teens have been bullied online, including offensive name calling, 42% of false rumors, 32% of unsolicited recipient of explicit images, 25% someone other than a Parents constantly ask where they are, who they are with, or what they are doing. 21%. Physical threats, 18%, and non-consensual share of explicit images of the teen, 7%. 2. Social media can lead to depression, anxiety, and loneliness. The uncontrollable urge to share everyday life with others on social media is starting to have long-term effects. Studies have shown that increase the use of social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is leading to depression, anxiety, and loneliness. According to pros and cons, the COVID-19 pandemic not only pushed more people to the platforms, but also caused people to spend unusual amounts of time cruising the feeds. According to Statista, as of
1 minute
2020,
left.
people spend an average of 147 minutes on social media daily. That's more than 2 hours. Third, social media lower people users of speaking and communication. They only use the keyboard to communicate with other people, so they don't usually communicate face-to-face much. And then they slowly, completely lose the speaking skills. And if they watch social media too much and they don't go out and do something else, their eye will hurt and they may be blind. So that's all my arguments.
Thank you very much, John. Well done. Next, I would like to invite the opposition team's first speaker to present their arguments.
Okay. Social media help us share ideas and information. Before we have social media, we share idea and information to each other by making phone calls, writing letters, books, or even talk to each other. In such a way, ideas can get from people very slowly, and the number of people can reach those ideas is very limited. By using Facebook, we can instantly write our personal updates or send pictures. Our friends and everyone can read our message right away. He said that social media can have crystally disturbance. I politely believed in your case, but not all of them. A clear bully isn't much unlike a bully at school. They act tough and appear big and scary, but underneath it, all they are just a very singular ego that happens to be the size of Jupiter. On the internet, information tends to get buried exactly on social networks. Yes, something posted that essentially juicy might get relatively shared from friends to friends, but those remotes or felting out, and when the moments pass, there's something different to accompany the restless mind of the mass to the bottom line in that social networks are like one big junk pile of words. Eventually, whatever nasty things someone say about you will end up at the bottom of the pie, buried by all the nasty things people have say about other people. So it's not as bad as it seems. And if it will go away in time.
You're muted. Teacher, you're muted.
Thank you, Andrew. So very well done, Katie. At this time, I would like to invite the proposition team's second speaker to present their arguments.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges, and respectful opponents. As a person in the proposition team, I would like to prove the opposition team wrong. Here are the reasons why. Firstly, when we use it too much, we can have isolation, which also means loneliness. So there are more than like a lot of people who use like iPhone, and then when their father and mother like see them every day, when they said like turn off the phone, they didn't do it. So the father and mother like sometimes like didn't respect it that much. So when they watch the videos that have like kids with parents having fun or something, sometimes they can lose control. And then firstly, one thing is smash their phone, or two, they can change their habit, like they start fighting with their friends. Secondly, if we use that at night, we will have pretty much of lack of sleep. So like many people in the world have this problem. So like they said, I'm just gonna like watch for 5 minutes. How it's gonna be bad? And then they keep watching a movie. Then they will like relax so much they lose their mind and forgot what time is it. So the biggest records I have read in a book is somebody watch a phone from the night to the morning and then sleep in the morning and then wake up in the night. So that is the biggest record I have read in a science book. Last but not least, this is the biggest problem. It is online bullying. People who post videos, they will like start like commenting, oh my God, this is so bad, this is worse, why do you talk this and that? And then they will stop talking. Also, they can like have a really bad, like they call stars, say like, I am very good at speaking. Like, okay, let me tell you a very big fact. So there are like 6 timelines with the truth on Twitter. Like they keep saying like things are
1 minute
correct
left.
about them, but then they stop it and it's lies about them. It's not the truth about them. Last but this is the end of it. So that's the reason why I think social media is more harmful than beneficial to society. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Stella. Well done. Okay, at this time, I would like to invite the second opposition speaker to present their arguments, please.
Okay, so I will ready in about 5 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Good.
I'm go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Go.
Respected judges and worldly opponents. As the second speaker of the opposition team, me and my team truly believe that social media is not more harmful than beneficial to society, presenting rebuttals. Allow me to speak. First, social media bolsters inclusivity and diversity on and offline. Social media brings everyone into one online space, and with tools including hashtags and groups, people from diverse backgrounds who have similar identities, goals find each other easily. For instance, social media sites offer critical enhanced well-being through exploring identities, accessing true resources, and connecting with peers, similar communities. And the second proposition speaker said that social media could impact on our mental health, but it's really not a true thing. Much research has been devoted to doing the downside of social media, but none of them do the research of what social media can make we more healthier. Many of these studies are in fact lemonades. For example, addition to social media is an epidemic among our nation's teens, yet nearly half the sources review also just tested possible benefits, while the negative findings to overlook they have positive effect to social media has on its users. Jonah Engen, a scientist within a group called Women Health, said that concern about negative impact on social media have dominated public debates. However, recent studies show there are clearly health benefits to being online and connected. For example, during COVID-19, no one can walk outside the house, so they need to have social media and they need to get tips about how to keep our mouth, nose, and our faces safe during the pandemic. So this is really important to have social media. And Pew Research Center found that in a survey of adults in 11 nations across the global regions, in many key respects, for smartphone users and especially those who use social media are more regularly exposed to people who have different backgrounds.
1
In
minute
conclusion,
left.
social media helps users to identify their personal strengths and weaknesses so that they can have a better future to come. That's the reason why I strongly think that social media did not more harmful than beneficial to society. So I'm gonna prove that the second speaker of the proposition is not true at all. Thank you for listening to my argument.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Andrew. At this time, I would like to invite the third proposition speaker to present their arguments, please.
Okay, teacher.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, I'll start your timer now.
Use iPad or laptop also helps teachers no longer have to spend time and money printing brochures to distribute to students. Avoid waste and protect the environment. iPad or laptop helps students prepare the skills to live in an information technology society today. Students will learn technology knowledge to better prepare for the future. Use laptop or iPad easily, making learning more fun and intuitive than ever. Each digital tablet can contain hundreds of different textbooks along with tests and homework assignments. Students who own digital iPad tablets can easily read books and practice more.
Okay, thank you, Rio. Give me just one moment to finish off. Okay, thank you. I'd now like to invite the third speaker of the opposition team to present their arguments.
Okay, I will be ready soon.
Okay, I'll give you a few more seconds to get prepared.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1,
Good
go.
morning, honorable judges, respected teachers, ladies and gentlemen, my worldly fellow opponents and friends. As the third speaker of the negative team, I rise to reinforce our position against the motion that social media had done more bad than good for society. But before I come to my own arguments, let us first have a look at what the third proposition speaker had said. And as the third speaker of the proposition said that they will be able to study more if they go to school, and children should be more focused on their study when their teacher is around at school when they study. But that is not totally true. So I think that study can happen everywhere, and we can see through their cameras. We can make them to turn on their cameras, and writing on internet paper is more cheaper than writing on normal paper, text papers, and that will be saving our natural world, and else students wouldn't be late to school in the study because they stay home and they just need to turn on their computer and then go. And allow me to speak. First, social media promotes community that can translate into supplement offline relationships. Using social media, people can have friends with similar interests in multiple countries. Social media can help people find each other in a busy world, from mom groups to book clubs. Mizo Ito, a professor of computer and information at the University of California, said that social media can be a way for young people to connect with others with shared interests, identities, which can be a lifetime for youth with marginalized or stigma identifies, explained. Secondly, while social media does not substitute for in-person contact relationships that might previously have gone dormant over time, as such, social media users tend to report that they have to access to more social support and have to lower physiology, the stress. And in conclusion, not only does social media participation not
1 minute left.
completely obliterate in-person friendships as once feared, but that online relationships are key supplements that add to one's well-being. For example, people are not be able to share more of their lives with friends and family, and may receive critical support from groups they do not have in offline life. As a result, 80% of teens felt more connected to friends, and 67 adults felt they have people to support them because of social media. So social media isn't as bad as it seems too. And I appreciate your time listening to my argument today.
Very well done, Andrew. Okay, so At this time, we're now going to enter the perfect timing too. So we're now going to enter the question and answer section of the debate and the cross-examination portion of the debate. So I'll open the floor to you guys first. Do you have any questions for the opposing team? This is your chance to weaken their case and try and prove, that they haven't thought their arguments out.
I don't hear any arguments from Andrew, and he speaks too fast. I don't hear any.
It's true. It's so fast. It's like he said a lot of faster than I hear, and I only hear a few words.
Yeah, I can't
That's
hear any evidence.
that's just a normal speed.
That is not. They speak very slow. The one they have a speech not like fast like you.
I'm trying to the world record.
Guys,
of-
enough.
I'm trying
Okay.
to catch the world record of the fastest speaker in the world.
It's not gonna work.
I think you're nervous, so you speak fast.
No, I'm trying to catch
True.
the world
That's true. I have to say that if you speak fast, you can never learn English correctly.
Yeah, you don't. If you speak too
One man
fast,
can
you don't
speak
even.
up to 14 words in about 9 seconds. And
Bruh.
I'm going
Not
to
good. If you speak that, oh my God, hello, very late. Who's this?
and I speak like this.
No, you can never speak like that. If you speak too fast, you will never get ahead of the English of others.
I can't hear anything that real said either.
Con ơi, con ngồi nghiêm túc vào. But you still speak too fast. I don't hear any evidence from you yet.
I speak slower than you are.
That's not even slow a bit. You only have slow,
From
that
who,
is
John?
slow a bit.
I'm slower than John with a bit of a hand.
You speak so fast, that's even a word important. I think I hear it in half a second. I know.
So I
John,
have-
I think you should calm down
guys,
a little.
as well. Okay, so I am going to ask a few questions to you guys now. Okay, so my first question is to Andrew,
Yeah.
and my question is, you mentioned that social media helps connect people. However, can you address concerns about the quality of these connections given the prevalence of online harassment and interactions?
You're lagging.
I think internet connection's a little bit unstable. But yeah, would you like me to repeat the question?
Yes.
Okay.
What is teacher? I can't hear a word.
Teacher.
It's too lag.
You haven't turned on your microphone. And you're lagging a lot.
I'll type questions out.
You're lag. Very lag.
I can only see you in one spot.
Me too, but like it is very slow when you move to another spot.
It's like this.
Yeah, like mine, but it's slower a bit. I don't know anything.
As slow as the sun rising from the east to the west.
I get kicked out of the conversation for some reason. Right, let me try this again.
Try your internet connection, please. Batman.
What do we do now?
I'm not boring.
I don't know.
Teacher is like lagging at the moment, and I couldn't understand. It's like
Oh,
let's
we
but
need
it's slow.
to wait.
Okay, Andrew, there's my first question for you. Can you address the concerns about the quality of connections that people make on social media, given how much online bullying and very shallow interactions happen online?
Okay, let me read your question. Can you address the concern about the quality connection? Okay, so let me see. And social media can have cyber security issues, and I partly believe in that case, but not all of them. Cyberbully isn't much unlike a bully at school. They act tough, they appear big and scary, but underneath it all, they're just a very fragile ego that happens to be the size of a Jupiter. On the internet, information tends to get buried, especially on social networks. Yes, something posted that especially juicy might get briefly shared from friend to friend, but those rumors are fleeting, and when the moment passes, there's something different, a cupid to the red list minds of masses. The bottom line is that social media are like one big junk pile of words. Eventually, whatever nasty thing someone said about it you end up at the bottom of that pile, bury all of the nasty things people have said about each other. So it's not as bad as it seems, and it go away in time. And on the other side, there are many webs and other things that can help you protect from cyberbullies. And some of that webs will verify the person if they are a cyberbully. So you can contact them safely, and social media contact is actually safe in this thing, so it's not as bad as it seems to. I'll see you next time.
Very good, thank you. My next question is for John.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just trying to find my question here. Okay, so I'll type your question out as well.
No, it's fine now, John. It's not lag.
What's the question, teacher?
Sorry, just typing it out.
What's that? How would you address concerns about the invasion of privacy and target advertisements? I think that the someone that want to advertise on that web must talk to the website that owns the host that own the website, so they can advertise in. And I don't know about this much, but I will research later on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, not thank you very much.
Okay, I'll do 2 more questions and then we'll move on to the third and to the final speakers. My next question is for, I will ask Stella.
Yeah.
How do, I'll type it.
So this, okay, so let me see. So okay, thank you for asking me, and I will answer. So if we use it too much, like we're in love with it, we like keep pressing on the apps and use this and then use that. It can lead to like it will make the electricity money bill will be more much. It's like this year you didn't use much and it will have very low money. But then when you use it too much, you keep pressing and using the lights and everything, it can lose money. So that is one. And the special one is if we use it, we can like be useless and we can't go and have a job, find money, and we may don't have anything, don't even have a real future. So that is my answer.
Thank you, Stella. Okay, and our last question, I will ask Tom. Tom, do you have an answer for the question?
Didn't know. I didn't understand the question.
So what are your opinions on the
I was-
influence of social media on political discussion? So discussions around like who should be, for example, who should be the president, who should be in office, and what do you think of the possibility that that could manipulate how the public feel about certain politicians?
I don't know the answer.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Can I answer?
Nope, that was a question for Tom. Okay, so good go everybody with the question and answer session. Now I would like to invite the fourth and final speaker for the proposition team to deliver their closing statements.
Here I am.
Okay, you ready to start?
Not yet. Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
1. Many bad contents affect people. For example, violent contents that trigger people to fight and argue more. Some bad pranks can seriously affect people's health. I saw a video that young people jump scared an old man and he got heart attack right after that. So sad that he passed away. That some scams can easily take money out from your account. 2. Over-scrolling can be very addictive. The more you scroll, the more content your brain can get. It can make your brain and eyes tired, so your body is inactive. Using social media too much can make you lose your concentration. It's more difficult to focus on doing something because your brain is tired. 3. Social media can connect people in virtual life, but it also disconnects people in real life. They see screen more than seeing each other. People text that's more than talk to in person, so we cannot feel their emotion in the right way. That's why we cannot connect to them. Just that, my reading is very short.
Thank you, Amy. Okay. I would now like to invite the fourth speaker from the opposition team to present their case. Tom, are you ready to go with your arguments?
Tom is not here.
Oh, where did Tom go?
Okay, so I will speak for him. Okay, so I will speak for him.
Okay, are you ready?
A couple of seconds. Okay, I'm ready.
All 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges and worthy opponents, as the fourth speaker of the negative team, I rise to conclude our strong case against the motion that social media have done more good than bad for society. And followed by the speaker, the fourth speaker of the proposition team, Amy. I have some different ideas about her ideas. As an attention researcher, I study all the different processes of our brains is to focus and maintain attention. And according to a study at Harvard Medical School, attention isn't a single mechanism, but rather a result of a number of different mechanisms across various areas of the brain. One of these mechanisms is executive functioning, defined as our ability to focus on a task at hand and filter distractions. However, not all these tasks are created equal. The easier to focus when the object of our attention is engaging and entertaining. But, social media can't really do that thing because some social media, it's in order to keep you intent, and it companies are constantly tracking the content you engage with, but not it only means the content you like, but also how long you spend on each piece of content. By doing this, the app manually present you with related content and you keep on platform as long as possible. And if you keep on one platform in focusing like this, you will get more focusing when you do other works. And that is the way social media helps us to. Let me present my argument. According to LinkedIn, social media has brought people more closer together and have helped to foster a sense of community. And that's what all of us have said about. And platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and allow individuals to connect with others who share similar
I'm back,
interests,
teacher.
passions, regardless of their location. Social media has also given a voice to those who may have been marginalized in the past, allowing to express themselves and share experience in their audience.
Teacher, I am back.
Spoken that.
Yep.
And together we forge, and together we have created many arguments about social media is more good than bad. And I think that is enough for today. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Perfect. You finished speaking right as I sent that message to Tom. Okay, so very well done, Andrew. So seeing as Tom's come back, I'll let Tom give his closing remarks now as well.
I read his.
Okay, so are you ready to deliver the speech, Tom?
I just read his remark.
Well, seeing as he's come back, we'll give Tom a chance to read them as well. So Tom, whenever you're ready, I'll start the clock.
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So social media is very important. So without social media, people will be struggle to community with other people, like their friends and their families. So social media help people to talk with people and learn new things from the social. It also help people to learn new things, informations, and you can share and it can help you share your feelings, what you're thinking to other people, so they can help you vote it. What are you struggling about? If you have an issue, you can just ask people what they will do, so they can help you what they think. So social media is pretty important, as and almost all the iPhones and laptop people make it to communication to talk with people and send messages to them. So you can say that social media was not doing more harm than it was society. So this is the end of my argument. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom. Okay. So I am going to just quickly tally up the scores. And then I will let you know which team won, and then we can talk about, oh wait, no, sorry, we still have the reply speeches. My bad. So who is going to be doing the reply speech for the opposition? It was Andrew, wasn't it? Okay. All right, so the reply speech goes first. The opposition goes first for the reply speech. So Andrew, whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, I'll put 2 minutes on the clock.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And-
Okay.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we heard strong arguments on both sides of the motion. This House believes that social media has done more good than bad for society, and I will now summarize our opposition stance and refutes the key points raised by the proposition. And we've argued about social media can help us feel connected to the outside world. It helps people to express their feelings and identities, and they can do many responsible things like voting during the pandemic legislature like COVID-19. We have proved these points with statistics, real-world examples, and experience. And some study of experts also prove that. And the proposition argues many cases that we want to rebuttal against too, and those cases are mostly true, but some of them I need to get on face. So
1 minute
they argue that social media have cyberbullying and cyber security, and and some studies also said that social media doesn't make students feel very focuses on what they're learning, and that makes a big chunks of it. However, we believe this overlooks the value of that social media can opposite of it than what they think, and these studies are untrue because the study said that people would have more focus if they would focus on one platform of social media. In closing, the debates today have been engaging in some evidences, and research shows that social media can be dangerous. However, AI technology helps us to be so wide on social media. Rather than focusing on the bad and not doing anything, we should focus improving how a sign is to ensure it serves its purpose. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, give me just a moment. Perfect. Okay, so who will be delivering the reply speech for the proposition team?
I think I will.
Okay, John, let's see how you do. All right, you ready?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll give you a minute or two just to collect your thoughts.
Bảo cái gì mà không ấy đi được mất xếp. Thì làm gì? I'm ready now.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard strong arguments on both sides of the motion. This House believes that social media more harmful than beneficial to society. I will now summarize our opposition stance and refute the key points raised by the opposition. So our team has argued that if you use the internet, you may have cyberbullying, and the COVID-19 pandemic has caused people to spend unusual amounts of time cruising the speed on the screen, and they lower people's use of speaking and communication from face to face with each other. That's all. I don't know how to structure it yet.
Not a problem. Good effort, though. Okay, so let me quickly just tally up the scores. Okay.
What do we
You just be patient for a minute while I count up the scores, and then I'll let you know how you all went.
really?
How long do we have to wait?
Should only be another couple of minutes, and then I'll post the 3 students that will be joining the class team for Sunday on Zalo after class.
Oh, this is amazing.
It is not a bit even amazing. So bad.
Okay. Andrew, stop pulling faces. Okay, so in second place with 220 points, we have Andrew. We have the proposition team. And in first place, oh, don't tell me Andrew's doing a victory lap. And in first place with 315 points, the opposition team. So, well done, Andrew. When I tally up the scores for the top 3 scoring individual debaters, I'm not going to count your speech as Tom's remarks. So that one won't count, but you've still got a chance to be in with the other 2. Okay, so
So which team wins, teacher?
the opposition
opposite.
team. The opposition team are the winners today. So, I'll just give you guys a quick little bit of feedback. So, for the proposition team, John, you absolutely smashed it. Your structure was perfect. I gave you a 4. Your arguments were very close to being perfect. I gave you a 3. Your evidence beautifully quoted. I gave you a 4. I didn't score anything for rebuttals because you didn't have to, so that didn't count. And for your style, I gave you a 3. So you were very confident with your voice. I liked how you spoke your arguments. And your posture was nice and good. You sat there reading your remarks very nicely. The one thing that could have worked a bit more in your favor to score a 4 would have been to be a bit more expressive with your hands and perhaps use a bit more facial expressions, but that will come with practice. So overall, very good. Stella, for your structure, I gave you a 3. So I think you could have just been a little bit more obvious with things like signposting. So just being so obvious with where you are in your speech that not even a silly Billy like myself can get lost. Your arguments, I gave you a 3 as well. They were pretty good. For your evidence, I gave you a 1 because I didn't really hear any evidence used. Like I just heard a few reasons and a couple of examples. So we need to be more. We need to use more evidence, basically, making sure again we quote the sources and yeah, we use like good evidence like that. I didn't hear any rebuttals, so we scored a 0. And your style, I gave you a 3. So your facial expressions, your body language, you had your hand gestures, you're very expressive. The one thing that would have given you a 4 was not as many filler words. So there were a lot of things like and that there was a lot of that in your speech. So just work on using less of your filler words, get more comfortable with little blocks of silence in your speech, and you'll score a 4 very easily for your presentation. So good job. Rio, I gave you a 2. So we need to work a little bit more on how we present our arguments and the order that we put them in. So making sure you've got a nice solid introduction, go into your arguments, and then finish off with a nice closing statement for your arguments. For your arguments, I gave you a 2. So yeah, just with that, was there very much like teamwork coming up with the arguments together? Because if not, then I think we definitely need to, we definitely need to work together as a team a bit more to come up with good arguments that all support each other's better. And if so, I think we just need to be a little bit more generous with how we give arguments out to each teammate. I didn't hear any rebuttals, so you got a 0 for that. And for your style, I gave you a 2. So just with that, you just need to practice your speech a little bit more, get more confident with delivering your speech. And then with that added confidence, you will get a better score for presentation. But good job today, Rio. Thank you. Amy, for your structure, I gave you a 2. So again, same thing. We just need to be more aware of practicing. So we've got an introduction. We go into our arguments, and then we finish off with a nice closing statement rather than just going straight into the arguments. For the arguments themselves, I gave you a 3. You had some good arguments. For your evidence, I gave you a 1. So we need to use more evidence in your speech, making sure that you are very, very, very bad. Bad is good and good is bad. I'm so confused. Oof. So yeah, Amy, you need to make sure you're using more evidence and quoting that evidence, not so many examples. So we need to start using more evidence. For your rebuttals, I gave you a 0 because there were no rebuttals that I heard. And for your style, I gave you a 2. Now, the reason I gave you a 2 is because you were very, very, very confident with your voice. You sounded really great when you were reading your speech out, but your camera was off, so I couldn't see you, so I couldn't give you the visual part of the presentation score. So yeah, so in future, keep your cameras on for when you're debating, so I can judge again your facial expressions, any hand gestures, and how your posture is. Are you just kind of slumped over, or are you sitting there like that? Oh, goodness. Okay, so on to the opposition team. Katie, your structure was very nice. I gave you a 3. We just need to be a little bit more obvious with things like signposting, and you would have scored a 4. For your arguments, where are they here? I gave you a 2. So your arguments just need to be a little bit stronger in future debates. So whether that's your team more fairly dividing the arguments, it's just that, yeah, the arguments that you used, I don't quite know how to describe it, but I'll go back and I'll watch the tape of this and I'll give you some proper feedback on that. Your evidence was 2 points. So again, there wasn't a lot of sources quoted in your evidence. So we need to be looking for evidence that we can quote. There were no rebuttals, so I scored you a 0. And for your style, I gave you a 2. So with your presentation, you just seemed a little bit nervous still. So practice. Practice your presentation more before you give it in the debate. And that added confidence will boost your presentation scores. Andrew, as second speaker. Where are we? So Andrew, your structure score, I gave you a 3, damn near perfect. Your arguments, I gave you a 3 as well. So damn near perfect again. Your evidence, really, really good. I gave you a 3. Your rebuttals. So as the second speaker of the team, I think I heard some rebuttals, but I wasn't quite sure enough. I wasn't quite sure whether they were rebuttals or arguments, so I scored you a 1. And your style points, I gave you a 2. You were speaking a little bit quickly. Andrew speaking as the third speaker. Your structure, I gave you a perfect 4. That was truly fantastic as well, like John's structure was. Your arguments, I gave you a 3, very, very close to being perfect. Your evidence, I gave you a perfect 4, perfectly quoted, great evidence used on each argument, really well done. Your rebuttals, I gave you a 3. You addressed a lot of good rebuttals as the third speaker, very well done. And your style, for some reason, I've marked down here the style was only a 1. So with that one, I'm not sure whether I'll go back and have a look at the video. But I'm not sure whether you might have again been speaking too fast or whether you were just reading too slowly because of nerves or unfamiliarity with the speech or something, but I'll go back and have a proper look at that. Tom, let's have a look. Your structure, I gave you a 2. So we need to work on your structure a little bit, making sure we've got a clear opening statement, the body of the speech, and then a closing argument. For your arguments, I gave you, where is it here? I gave you a 3, so you summed up your team's arguments very well. For your evidence, I gave you a 2. You listed some evidence, mostly examples. Being the person that's summarizing your team's arguments, you really want to use the arguments and the evidence that your team used just to sum it up and remind us of everything. I scored you a 0 for rebuttals because there were no rebuttals in your speech. And I scored you a 2 for your style. So it seemed very nervous. So just practice your speech more. And then with that confidence will come increased scores. So fantastic job today, guys. We'll wrap it up there. I'm going to tally up your individual scores and then I'll let you know who had the 3 highest scores. So who'll be on your class's team. All right, so thank you very much for your attention today, guys. I'll see you on Sunday for the debate.
But who is the chosen?
I'm going to post that in Zalo now.
Oh,
Okay, quickly.
Bye, teacher.
See you guys. See you on Sunday.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye, teacher. See you.
goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Teaching us, and you must score me the high score when we attend the competition.